and everything.
Yeah.
Start right on name.
I'm surprised that, man, I went out here now, and I didn't realize. I thought it seemed like I remember it was higher than what he just now looked up. Of course, I've never found it, but I looked up Decatur, Tennessee, to see how much background was on. How many people we actually had. As I remember, we just got through doing one of those census things, and man, it didn't start getting popular around here about 1980. That's the first time we had a little over 1,000 people. It was like 1,069 people. Currently, as it stands of 2020, because they do it every 10 years, we're at 1,600 and some odd people. It's a little over 1,600 people. That's not bad, I guess, for this little town, especially when you consider 1980, we was just only at like 1,000 and some people, 1,069 or something like that. So we've grown over that time period. We've grown about 600, almost 600 people. It's kind of amazing because I did say in theory, though, you know how I always say when I've made videos before, I've touched on this a little bit, but how it's just the same people that you see all the time. It's like, just the same people, grandkids, get brought up, and then they have one or two kids. And, it's just like a generational thing. So I remember when my brother was going into high school, he was there, right? So, well, one's leaving, the other's coming in, or something like that. I can't remember how it was. But, so it was like Darren's turn, it's just like, just kind of weird how, for as good as we've got it up here, and I was just telling my wife how, I don't know if it's 4, 5, 6 years ago, something like that, how, Athens very rarely gets any bad weather, but they'd gotten a tornado, and we got lucky and missed out on it. But that's the only time I've ever gotten in the bathroom and had to shut myself out or, take cover just in case there was some bad weather or something. Because that's the only time I usually turn on the news is like when something bad, comes through or something. And of course, if it's real bad, they'll stay on there all night long. They'll worry you to death. But because it's pretty quiet out here, actually, in comparison to most places. I mean, I hear, or at least some people said that rent's pretty cheap out here, and it's pretty easy to get places. I mean, the only thing, like I said, the only thing Decatur's not known for is attractions. I was reading on there about, some of the things that kind of surprised me was the historical museum building for Decatur. It was built in 2002, and then they built a new building, a new courthouse around that same time or something like that. But the new version of the courthouse has still been up now about 20 years. And, I think they added to it. They modified it. They didn't tear it all down, but they modified it a little bit, made it look newer and put some new, some stuff on it. Changed the look up a little bit, tried to make it a little more modern, I guess. But, I could see why. I remember because it seemed like, when I was a kid, it didn't seem like there was a whole lot of people in Decatur. I remember, 1980, that's 4 years before I was born, they had about 600 and some people. I think that's what it said. Or somewhere through there. No, that's the first time they had a little over 1,000, I believe it was. I'll have to go back and watch the video, but yeah, I think it was a little over 1,000. So by the time I got here, and then Darren, because me and Darren lived here, so there's you two more. Now, I don't know whether we lived in the year they did the census up here or not. Well, which had been, 1990? Had been close. So, and you have to register in, or they'll send send them out here to your door. Because I asked I think I called it the last time, and I asked. I said, "Well, what if we didn't fill that paper out?" I don't know. I don't remember what. All I was asked. I was asking somebody a question or something. Or it might have been on the bus or something. I said I had thoughts of not signing that paper and filling it out, and they said, "Well, they'll just come to your door if you didn't." I said, "Oh Lord, I'd rather fill that out and have to only put up with it once every 10 years than having somebody come to your door." Lord, they don't tell what they try to do in here. I'd rather just send it back through the mail and be done with it. But yeah, no wonder. I mean, it's kind of weird how all of a sudden, like I said, though, I guess, like I said, I would say a good portion of the population out here is probably, that's probably not even half of it's probably kids. I would venture, and I'd be making an educated guess on this, but I would be willing to probably guess that I was probably just about right. It's all the older crowd, I would say if we're at 16, what did I say? A little over 1,600 people. So if we've got 1,600 people, I'd say Athens has got to be at least a little over 2,000, probably even almost 3,000. Yeah. So it's a nice little town, and actually, like I said last night, I looked up the 10 worst places to be in Tennessee, towns wise, and little old towns that you wouldn't find hardly on a map. Now we wasn't even in the top 10 according to that list. Of course, I ain't surprised because I've lived in Decatur and there's hardly ever anything out here noise wise or if you usually out here if you leave people well enough alone, they don't bother you. Now, like I said, you got also. I mean, no wonder. Well, when you consider there's only 1,600 people, or a little over 1,600 people, and you see these churches out here, just for example, you see these churches out here. Well, I wish we'd have a whole thing full. Well, Lord, if you got, let's just play it out and say, hey, everybody that's in this little town came to that church. You wouldn't be able to get those 1,600 people in this church. I'd say the church itself probably hold about 400 or 500 people. I mean, they've got them big benches, so you can probably get about
10.
Probably, you say 10?
Yeah, that's all we can fit.
Probably about 10. So if you had about, so roughly a number, if you had about 10 people, I think you probably get. I don't know. I've not been in church so long, but let's just say 10 people per bench is about what? 1, 2. So about what? 10, 12 benches. So we'll say 10, roughly 10 benches on each side. So you're probably looking around 200 or 300 people, somewhere in that neighborhood. I mean, give or take, like I said, like I said, it's been a while, but so I mean, like I said, you couldn't even fit half these people in here. And I mean, so I guess you're doing good if you're looking at it from that point of view to get what you get. When you consider there's not even 2,000 people supposedly in Decatur. So, and you get, it has grown about a little over 1,000 since 1980. That's a little bit before I was here, but so it, or no, 600 people. That's right, 600 people. So again, it's slowly but surely it should pick up a few more here and there. But like I said, I fear a lot of it's probably grandkids, people like, that's been around here for 30, 40, 50 years. or about that, and they probably just it's generational things. So they really, like I said, there's not really no attractions. So if you wonder why Athens and Cleveland and Chattanooga and even Athens, Athens for example, they got more like restaurants and stuff. That's what I do notice is a lot more of that. And they've got a hotel there, close to the interstates. They got the Holiday Inns or whatever it is sitting over there. But you don't really have, to my knowledge, no attraction really. I mean, there's YMCA, and then there's like, of course, then that costs, I don't know, costs several, probably at least $50, $60, $70. I don't know. It may be higher. I know when we went there when I was a kid, we only paid, we didn't have to pay. The school paid it. I don't know what it was back then, but school paid it. Because I remember we every Tuesday we got to go over to YMCA over here in Athens, and you didn't even have to have a membership to this special program. It was a thing for special class, and there was like 2 or 3 of us that couldn't swim. A couple of them we couldn't take because they couldn't swim at all. They were so bad off. But I get on shallow end, that. So I mean, probably that school back back in 1990. That's probably almost half of your population. If you consider 1990. So that's probably half of your class. So it don't, when you think about it, when you really, try to look some of this up just to even the littlest bit, that's just kind of curious because I kind of put us over the top. I thought we was a little bit higher than this, or at least a couple thousand people, but no. But like I said, it don't really surprise me because there's no beaches, there's no, nothing really to attract an audience. So most people, when you hear Decatur, although like I said, you take it for what it is. It's nice, peaceful, quiet for the most part. I mean, the most noise, the most racket that my dad ever seen was that time when Dot just passed away. And they had this chase that went all the way from Knoxville, came all the way down to where Dot's house was at. And my dad knew about it because he was coming. He had come home just before that, a few hours before it or something. I forget how he said it now, but he was there to see what the end of the chase was right there at Dot's house. That is amazing that they would drive that. I mean, because that's about over 3 hours of driving. And it have that not only Knoxville, but Decatur had to be called. Decatur, because once they get down, in the areas, they had to call the other cops. So then they joined in. Of course, then when they got down here, they ain't nowhere to run, really. I mean, it'd be hard to run from police down here. I mean, you better have stayed.
Get walked in.
Yeah. You'd better if you're trying to run away, you'd better stay up there in Knoxville or somewhere.
Yeah, they got better places to hide.
Yeah, if you're a criminal, you ain't gonna get very far down here. I'm just tell you that. Cause it's just little old back roads and a lot of dead ends out here in most of these roads. Did you? But here she comes. Come on, honey. Come on, honey. No, come on. Come on, this is my baby kitty cat. Yeah. No, you didn't. No. Baby, it's all right. It's okay. Say, we went out to eat.
But Kitty Cat couldn't eat much.
Yeah.
Kitty Cat don't feel good.
Sometimes she eats like a bird.
Honey,
What?
my doctor said not to be putting that out there.
Sometimes she does. Most times she'll. It just depends, I
I
guess.
don't feel good.
But let's see, what do we have today?
And chicken casserole, 2 sides of mashed potatoes in a roll, and a Dr. Choice.
Yeah, let's see. I had my usual chicken tenders and
1 side of mashed potatoes
and some pinto beans. They were
Beans.
nice and fresh today, by the way. I ate some pinto beans. I usually don't eat them at the pig, but I could tell there's that look that they have when they're nice and tender. And I let my wife taste them because I knew they was good because I could tell.
yeah.
You could tell by the juice and the look of the beans. You know, a lot of times when you get pintos at the Piggly Wiggly down here, they seem to, look like they're all bunched up. Looks like somebody just took a big old slop bucket and dumped it over their head or something, like the Godwins used to do that crap in wrestling. Today I could tell it, and I looked at them. I glanced at them, and I thought, I'm gonna take a good long look and make sure. And they looked really good and done. And I mean, they don't taste like my granny's pintos or how she used to make them, but they're really, there's a lot of difference in that. I mean, all you have to do is just salt them a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But and they add some different kind of meats or something or seasoning in it.
Yeah.
It depends on who cooks them. Whoever cooked them, they were really good because I even had my wife try it a little bit. And she normally ain't much for pintos, but
They were good.
she knows when I get them. She knows I know they're good.
Uh-huh.
Because otherwise, I won't touch them.
Mm-mm.
And I can tell, but
I didn't play with my daughter today.
huh?
I didn't play with my daughter today.
Well, let's see. We had Gracie in. Oh, Gracie's better now.
She's been a brat today too.
Did you want to put somebody on there on the radio?
Gracie's in a bad mood. Gracie, are you happy because you ain't been on a video lately? Oh, cranky pants.
Oh, here's Gracie, but
She's being a brat today. She's mad.
I think she just has time where she don't watch cartoons.
She likes those nasty trolls.
I don't keep up much of them cartoons. The cartoons I watched, you could find on just about any
Yeah, cartoon brat.
little. Well, like for me, I wasn't a big cartoon watcher, but there's another one. There's old Dorothy.
Yep, you got it right this time.
Yeah, I got it right this time.
Cover Dorothy, thank goodness. Usually you call her Dot.
Well,
Dot.
that's easier. Oh, and
Well, we already put her on there last time.
who?
Catherine.
Oh, she likes to come on here.
To keep her back up again.
She likes the video.
I know she does.
Well, put her out there. Oh,
And this is Catherine. That you would look up.
oh, there you go.
There she goes. Catherine, look up.
There you go, honey. There's
That's Catherine.
Catherine.
That's the only one put tonight.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we don't get too many.
No, not tonight.
No. But I was kind of, I'm kind of shocked at that because I'd kind of bumped it up to 15,000, 20,000. I thought, well, but that'd be hard for that many people really to. I mean, it would really be booming though if you think about it, that summer nights bar would get over probably a few hundred people, and depending on who was down there. And I bet they really got a good house. Speaking of probably when they got their biggest draw, and I'm surprised they don't bring some more of these in, because it probably costs them a lot of money. I'd say it probably cost a good penny to get old Confederate Railroad out here. From what I know, Confederate Railroad, this was a couple of years ago, it was probably 2019 or something through there. and somebody had knew them, and they had reached out to them and asked them if they would come up here and do that. That's like Ronald Reagan coming up here. I believe it was in 19. Oh goodness, it was either it's in the 80s. Oh God, I can't remember. One of the years he was it was in the 80s. I think it's a little bit after I was born. So it's probably anywhere from 85, 86, somewhere through there. He came up here. I forget now what it was, but my grandmother at the time had a tape of it, and they had recorded it. Somebody did anyway. I don't think she did, but I think somebody recorded it. Either the news people were down there, so I guess they broadcast it on TV, and then she just taped it off there. I could see Channel 3 going down there over Ronald Reagan or any president. I'd like to see Donald Trump down here just for the hell of it. Oh Lord, he probably wouldn't have got. They'd probably had to have him covered up, wouldn't they? I'd say they had a lot of Secret Service, so no joke. They probably had a bunch of them Secret Service men down here. No, Ronald Reagan was down here. Even though I'd say he stands the less chance of getting hurt, or any, just about any president, pretty much down here. I mean, but one place I probably want to be is like Chattanooga. Whew. I'd probably want me some security then, but yeah, I'm just kind of wondering, Oh, got a comment. Oh, somebody. Oh, I'll respond to him or whoever this is. You don't normally get much on here. I'll just go ahead. Well,
What did he say?
I don't know if it's a man or woman, but
Good evening, Dylan the elephant.
well, Dylan, a guy got a comment, so I just thought while I was making this video, I figure I'd go ahead and respond to him. Usually I'm so distracted in my video stream, I don't usually get.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Thank you, Dylan, for the comment.
But now usually we come out here and don't usually have a whole lot to change about a day or anything. But I'd be not so surprised if we. Oh, okay. Hey, come on. Well, that's a first, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. He probably got bored. Or it's a girl. I was giving some female honey. I'm gonna wonder it because there is girls they doing. Because it has a cat pictures. I like cats. Anyway, people, today's been a great day because you know why? I took me almost since this morning. I woke up because my stomach was hurting, by the way. But I took me a long night with my husband, so it kind of brought my day up today. Because usually I'm not a hard sleeper because I hear noises when I get up real early. But it's been a great day because, I got to spend the whole day with my husband. I call him hubby. Everybody else calls him hubby. But today's been a great day. We went out to eat and came home. I did a little bit of house chores. I did the dishes and my laundry. And I ain't played with my baby dolls today. If you wonder, I hate taking me a woman at all. Sorry. I just not been feeling too well. My doctor's got me on some antibiotics, and I can't take it right now because it'll knock me out by time bedtime hits.
But Yeah, and normally when I get comments on here, I usually on here
You wait
live.
till late.
I usually wait till they've already gave up or they gotten
Okay.
off or something. But usually, because I'm so going into a subject or something, most time I put out a little bit about our update a little bit on our unicorn find or whatever. But I haven't, like I said, still kind of just looks around on that, just kind of piddle around. I try to tell my wife, just not
Go along with it. Play along.
yeah,
with
just kind of go along with it and enjoy, watching them make a fool of themselves. A lot of them do.
it.
But like I told her, it only takes one. I remember that time I was on Facebook, wasn't even looking up nobody,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden it just like some light had come up over this one night. I was sitting over here on my PS3, and this lady, I didn't even know her. She wrote me a message and all this other stuff, and so me and her had come up with an idea. And at the time, I don't know, we'd had a lot of family issues and problems, like I said, and we've kind of she's not had no issues, I don't think, out of them now.
The copies are watching.
But yeah, we try to keep an eye out for that. Her people are the ones that we have the biggest issues out of. But anyway. So it's trying to find us a unicorn bestie, but it's hard. Like I said, it's hard. I remember so when I say I had my best luck, 2010. So we was a little over 1,000 people, in.
Yeah.
About, maybe 1,500. Somewhere about. So that's pretty good. Got 3 or 4 or 5, how many there it was at that time. That's before I met her, my wife, over here.
I love being married to
But
this man.
so if you take those chances and you looked at that, that's pretty dang good that you find somebody. I mean, because most of them's probably young kids, probably underage, or the old crowd, that goes to the store every day. It's pretty rare when you see anybody about our age or a little younger that's out of high school and not got much going. So it's gonna take a little bit, but that's part of it. But we know
I love being married to this man, right?
but we know we're gonna have something one day.
Mm-hmm.
This takes us. Yeah, I know. I've been kind of laying back before I go to sleep. Of course, it sometimes depending on
He's
how.
a hard sleeper.
No way.
You're a hard sleeper, honey.
Not till I find my comfy spot.
Gracie tried to wake you up this afternoon. You wouldn't wake up.
No.
You were right back up.
Because it takes me a while, depending on
She's like,
depending on how the it kind of does take me just a little while, like I said, to get a comfy spot sometimes, depending on what the temperature is in the house. And sometimes I can go to sleep fairly easy, Usually I put on some Jim Cornette or something, or something like that, or whatever. But it's pretty simple. I was used to back when I was a kid. I used to listen to the radio all the time and have 96.5 The Mountain on, and they used to always play the songs I was listening to back then and some stuff that was a little bit older from the 80s. Now it's all that newer stuff, that hip hop junk, or the old pop, the old modern pop music stuff. These people can't sing, by the way. These people stink, I tell you. there's more of a Milli Vanilli out there nowadays than ever. I mean, if Milli Vanilli were here today, and this group had, saw the millions and millions of people that buys these so-called music artists. I mean, heck, speaking of somebody, because he's been on WWE TV, I gotta mention it. Oh, Bad Bunny. Cornette calls him Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, it goes in Bugs Bunny. I love Dick Burnett.
Vince put him in. I guess he called him up. You know what's funny? Out of all the people and of course he didn't sell nowhere near as much as some of them people like Stone Cold and them, but he outsold every wrestler currently on the WWE roster. He sold, I think they said it was near $500,000 for that few months he was under an obligation to either appear on their show or, and all this stuff. It was funny because it was like, oh my goodness, this little no-name rapper is just,
He sucked.
I mean, I'd rather listen to Eminem any day of the week.
I know. What's wrong?
But or somebody that I grew up in the '90s, Jay-Z, or somebody that had a tune. But they just got this. Where now they just got this. But I was reading that what he's put out. But yeah, I'd hope some of these people check out, or at least our lists. It might be something you find. There's some movies, music lists, and things of that nature. So, like I said, sometimes I get to talking, get to thinking about some old stories or something. But now it's funny, I don't watch wrestling nowhere near as much as I used to. As a matter of fact, my wife, I don't even watch past 2010 or especially, about 2014 when I started to kind of get out of it. Because then CM Punk left for a while, and then there was some other, by that time, everybody just about, what was left of the good ones, eventually get rid of them. So, I mean, it's not really anything to watch now. I mean, wrestling is gone. I mean, it's not worth. Even the women wrestlers now, they don't do nowhere near like they used to. There for 4 or 5 years, that was talk of the town. But then, they just get rid of them like it's candy. So, I mean, that's why I don't work anymore. Due to the management, and they're afraid to pay me any length of my check, because they supposedly the first time I was ever hired on at Sonic over there for Hardee's, they could have come out there and paid me $40. They could have took me down to $40. I wouldn't have cared, or something like that. I was getting tips out to Heine and sometimes out there, and they was, of course I didn't keep up with it, but I bet I got over, probably close to $500, $600 in that 2.5 years I worked there, at least.
Excuse me.
I mean, I got 70 of that in 1 week at Sonic itself, and that was without my check. So that's pretty dang good, And had one guy tip me an icy one time. Free icy. He didn't make me pay. He's like, yeah, if you go get one of them nice girls, go get you one of them cups of ice, I'll make you an icy real quick. I said, all right. I said, I don't have any money. But no, he was nice enough to do that. But like I said, I like working. It's not that I don't want to work.
He's a hard-working man.
But well,
and I'm proud of him. Whatever he decides, I'm 100% with him.
Well, I
So,
I've kind of decided to just kind of fade away. I don't, desire, to want to be anything big, but also, if I were to do something, I'd like to see somebody that I could trust and quit all this in and out business with all these people coming in, coming out, and half of them don't want to stay after a month or two, or somebody calls in sick and then they really ain't sick, or they claim whatever. I've heard a bunch of that stuff when I worked there, just overhearing it. And you don't make much work at a restaurant. I mean, it's not gonna pay you. By the time you get through having some freaking kids and some damn, whatever else you got going on, by the time you get through with your car, if it ain't tore up, you still got to put gas in it every time you get that thing out. And so, I mean, it just adds up, plus all your other bills, your cable, your TV, stuff, all your phones, and I forget what all, water. There's all sorts of stuff. So, I mean, you really ain't gonna make. Now, when I left there in 2020 on her birthday, September 10th, they were making about $10 an hour. That's what it was. It's moved up to $10 an hour. When I first started there 5 years prior to that, they were working. They were paying you about $8 and some change. So it's around that. So yeah, it's just one of them things. But yeah, if there's anybody happens to come out here from Athens, Cleveland, Chattanooga, something like that, like I say, we get out on Thursdays. If you want to catch us out, there's a lady out here who wants to grab hold of this video. These, are out on Thursdays. Today we wasn't out for very long. We was out for probably less than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We didn't get that much, and so we just went out to eat and got. What's the matter?
We go out to eat.
Yeah. What
We
you?
went out to eat today.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you told them earlier. What else you want to tell them?
No.
Here, I'll let her have some.
And when I come home today, after I ate, I did some dishes and some laundry, and I played with my baby squirrel outside. I'm trying to get her to get used to me like I did my bunnies, because I'm an animal lover. And and then I put on cartoon from Gracie, the one I showed you earlier. She's being a brat right now. Mommy had to spank her for the first time today. Usually I don't spank her. She rolled her eyes at Daddy, and she was disrespecting her daddy when her daddy told her she has to share with the other babies. Her dog named Spot. But she won't give it up to the other babies because I gave that to her. And I guess it's special. I guess that dog is very special to her. Because she does take good care of it. Sometimes she'll let me wash it, sometimes she won't. Whenever she's in one of her moods. But me and my husband just know hot chocolate, so with some marshmallows.
Yeah, I usually try to get the marshmallows.
But he's a hot chocolate fan, so you see him drinking that, don't think it's that. But I am happy that I'm married to this man right here, because, there ain't no other man I wouldn't love to have in my life but him. Yeah, and he cuts my hair. He does a very good job on it.
Mm-hmm.
He, I guess you can tell by the videos, but I'm trying to get him to cut my hair again, but he said he loves it, so Kika has to leave it alone. But my nickname is Kitty Cat, by the way, if you want to know. My name is Jessica, but he calls me Kitty Cat because of Hello Kitty. He come up with it when we first started dating.
Yeah.
We saw that Hello Kitty stuff for you.
Oh, was it after? Yeah, it was after he called me kitty cat. So if you want me to spell it the right way, it's Kittykat. Not CAT. KAT. My birthday was good. By the way. Oh, we got another one.
Mm-hmm.
This one says hi kitty cat. She said hi kitty cat.
There you go, Tyson. Yeah, we're just out here. Thought we'd kind of make us a video, and I'll talk while she's doing that. But yeah, that's pretty neat. You know, you get out here, maybe reach a little audience, maybe a fair amount of just make some of these videos, I guess, and kind of just you hit that little. You did it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Did I not?
Yeah, but it's there.
Oh.
Now you can just keep typing if you want.
Okay.
There's response again
Okay.
right here.
Um.
Jeannie, welcome. But like I said,
How are you doing tonight?
fair maybe before we get through tonight, we may end up with several people. Usually, like I said, some people like us and some don't. And I know, especially for me, because I'm so open-minded and opinionated on things, and I can really jerk a knot and somebody's hind in like it's nothing. Because that's all I ever get done. Like I said, we either if we're nice to somebody, usually somebody comes out and you think you got it made, and they just start throwing things up on you at the last minute, or like that last thing we had over here, you would have never known nothing. And just all of a sudden, like I said, I ain't gonna sit here and bring it all up again, but yeah, it's just one of the things where you think when somebody comes and wants to be a part of you, of course you got things you'd like to see done and things that you want to do with them. But then they got all this extra baggage, all these kids, all this other mess they got, and all these other exes hanging out. And that, so it took away from really wanting to give her all the attention. And she had all this stuff already she's paying attention to. She didn't need nothing. And so about 2 months after, just to tie this in, so about 2 months afterwards, we got the last of what's the stimulus check that we got, which our payee sent out. So we went out and bought some gifts, and we've got it hanging up over here.
Yeah.
We bought a ring that's been out on these videos before. It's a little over $700 time you add the tax to it and everything. It was $642. But like I said, the time you had all that tax, it was over $700. And then, so I bought her a ring too, bought my wife one. And we've bought some nail polish, some makeup, and different things like that, put it in a bag, a card, different things. So if we ever meet somebody, meet a special lady that maybe wants our offer, which basically just call it a family offer, just to join us. It's just us two, The only thing, like I said, I'll go ahead and explain it real quick. It'd have to be somebody that had, a place or could get it, or we could get into a place. Like I said, or if we had to, we could look around, But if anybody just happened to hear this video, we just kind of every now and again put that out there. We're looking from anywhere from slim to an average body type. Color didn't matter. Not really picky on religion and all that stuff. Just take them pretty much whatever they got. If they got, and the money thing don't matter because, like I said, we don't draw that much. Me and my wife's a little over $1,100. So most of that time you add everything up, it goes towards everything. We got consumer cellular, so we pay our own bill. We put it on this card and we go down here and get the money put on it, whatever we can put on it. It's about It's about 50 something a month every month for me and her. Our phones didn't cost me about $30 a piece. No, we just don't like all that more modern stuff. This is about as close as we get to coming out and talking to anybody. So, you know, she likes to get out here and make a video. Like I said, some of them I turn the volume up on. If I got something on my mind, got something I got to say, I can go from like this to, you know, I just say whatever's on my mind. So, yeah, it could be like one of those Stone Cold Steve Austin things on TV. So, and somebody really makes you mad, you know. If you've been in that, you know, I don't stop till I get it done, get it right. A lot of people, you know, they ain't very many. Like I said, when I was in school, there wasn't a whole lot of people in, you know, just then went in special classes. I didn't even go to proms or anything like that. But no, me and my wife had just come up with this idea and hoped that, you know, one day it'd be done. But we just thought it'd be a neat little deal, you know, give somebody
It's a female. Thanks for Tisha.
give somebody a home, you know, or at least, you know, where we can, you know, if somebody's like us, don't get out much, don't have no family or friends, or they ain't worried about the Twitters and the Facebooks and all that stuff. Because I mean, a lot of people, you know, and it's kind of weird, but you know, a lot of people has you know, got to where now they ask for. I've never seen this, but cards and money and all that other bull, you know. I told my wife, I said, man, I wish I could take some of these people and show them back about 40, 50 years ago at least, and show them what we had versus what they got now. Because I think if people really went back and looked at some of that older technology that they didn't know of back then, because I'm sure they don't talk about it much on anything. So, you know, everybody's got these apps, and everybody says, well, it makes it easier, Derek, or, you know, it makes it easier for you all for some reason. Now you got to where you call email hangouts, you get on there. At least I told my wife, I said, compared to this, Hangout's not nothing. I mean, I can at least go back whenever me and her's through, and I've made a 2-hour video before, once or twice. But you know, sometimes I get dislikes on my video because I'm too hard to handle, I guess, for them. I tell too much truth, and my voice, as you can tell, gets a little loud. But you know, you'd have to take me at my best, but especially at my worst. And if you're one of them people that's got a real nice, easygoing personality, like me and my wife is, and it's just not got nothing in the way, and we just have a good old time. Like I said, me and her likes music, classic rock, country, pop, a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of rap, you know, depending on who it is, and those last two, you know. But we like malls. We like going to the park if we can. We haven't been in a long time. But the fair comes once a year down here in Decatur, Tennessee. So like I said, we get there. You'll see us out there. Usually we went last year. We went two times out of 5 days this past August here, not long ago. I figured it'd be a bigger turnout since they hadn't had one in 2 years due to that virus stuff. But me and my wife's healthy. We've not had no COVID viruses or nothing. But we have, you know, just we pretty much quarantine as it is anyway. So it'd just be me and her and whoever, if anybody ever came our way, you know, with that offer. But, you know, if they want to take it. But no, we just thought we'd, you know, come out here and make a little video tonight. I think she's having fun over here.
This guy's aggravating me.
But you know, But yeah, a lot of people, and I don't know where any of these people are from, but I like to say, I was able to find a picture that they would allow me to put on here that was big enough for them to allow me to put on, apparently. But yeah, we just been pretty much just doing the same thing like always. And like I said, she's got cows and bunnies and things like that. And then she does collect some reborn dolls, as you can see. So it would really help us if somebody, we are handicapped. Like I said, I take some medicine, she takes some, and I take it for seizures and blood pressure and vitamin D. So like I say, yeah, we pretty well just pretty well do house chores and things of that nature throughout the day, just what little we have to do and stuff like that to keep us a little bit busy. But most time, if we're not doing that, we're on here or on some form of site trying to see what we could find. It's hard sitting here by ourselves and not having really nothing to do. And no, we're not into the guys crowd, which probably disappoints a few of you, but we, not to be mean, I don't like getting involved with other guys and other couples and things of that nature because, hey, it's too much trouble because then if it's a couple, especially man-woman couple, they want to take.
Yeah, he's married too.
They won't take it. We had one or two out here. Just kind of give you an example. We had one or two of them out here that had. I know one time, well, one of them had the guy wanted to talk to me. He was talking to me the whole time practically. The woman is just completely not paying no mind to me. More talkative to her, and then she, of course, like I said, usually what somebody offers is not what we're looking for exactly. So, we've had several times. I had before I quit, the week before I quit my work, about 4 or 5 days or whatever it was. It wasn't long, but around that time we was sitting there at the pig, my last paycheck. Well, my next to last paycheck because they ended up giving me one more. And what was funny, they sent that tax return thing out. Even after I wasn't working, it had Hardee's on it and everything. I was like, Lord, I can't even hardly do them things, and I ain't gonna waste my time trying to fool with that thing. But I didn't even call them or anything because I was so mad at them for what they done to my wife and what they done to me, caused this supposed virus mess. They didn't even think about bringing me in there and talking to me or nothing. They just kind of made their own decision. And my wife was supposed to get a supposed job over there. And then they go and she fills this stuff out and they go and do her dirty because supposedly one of them's mom passes away. So then I go and I say, okay, she's upset, of course. Because, like I said, it was less than 12 hours after, nobody called me and or nothing. So combined with that, and then the co-worker that gave out her number, well, I went over there to get it because she had told me one day she was going to give it to me. So I just went over there when I had it on my mind, so I got it. And then she just didn't want to do nothing. And I thought, well, that's what I feared, because every time we try to give some young lady over there or any young lady a chance to do anything, they've always got their phone stuck up their butts, or they want to go over to their girls' houses. Like this other one over here, the last one we've ever had over here had her mind on Suboxone. God have mercy, I never heard of that shit till one day I looked up, me and my wife went over to the Athens, with her people, with her dad. And Lord have mercy, there's a big old sign over there in Athens, just 30 minutes from here. And there's a big old sign over there next to Walmart. And if you look up on the passenger side, it's got Suboxone written all over that sign with a big old pill bottle. I said, daggum. I said, of all things to advertise on a sign, that's got to be up there. And you know, I can't handle people that won't be a good listener. I can't handle people that backtalk me, and or my wife, and it's just like I said, it was like a train wreck. This woman come up in here after about 3 days. Well, the third day, starting the third day, she misplaced something. The next thing you know, she's telling us all these old stories like somebody got raped, somebody did this, somebody did that, you know. And I was like, dang gum. I mean, the first 2 days, I was wondering if she's alive. She slept so much. But then when I woke her up, that's the wrong thing to do, apparently. Like I said, she looked good on the outside, but she certainly, if you'd have seen her, she wasn't too bright mentally on the inside. Now, I've never been so bored in all my life. I said, well, you know, when a woman makes you bored, or when you're trying to help somebody out and they make you bored, you know something's up. Like I said, we'd have to have a place to go. We've got some stuff that had to be moved. We couldn't just, you know, move anybody in here like we'd like to. No, we rent here, so you know we're paying about $450 a month. But somebody'd have to have a good heart and have a house or something. Kids wise, if we had kids, you know, that I had to worry about, I'd like for them to be good, you know, good kids, you know. We don't mind calm animals, you know, ones you can pet, ones that you can. Dang, it's hot, still hot.
I just made it.
Well, I know, but it's been setting for a while. This sucker's still hot. But no, I mean, it amazes me how, you know, you come off as, you know, no matter what you do in life, you can't please, you know, everybody. And so I've always said, you know, my biggest, I guess I could say this, my biggest dream job, if I had a chance to do it, would be singing, you know, but I haven't, you know, ever gotten to do it, you know, so it's just one of them things where, you know, I'd like to see happen one day, but, you know, it's just not meant to be. But there's a lot of things I've seen on TV that I wanted to do. I'm sure my wife's the same way. But you know, so we just, like I said, some of that stuff could be a repeat every once in a while. So, you know, we just try to talk about what we can. But nah, I never was I was a straight A student somewhat, or at least as close as you could get there for a while, but nothing really over the top. Me and my wife, lucky we got through high school pretty good. So, I mean, worst subject for me was English. I would fail it most of the time on purpose. I guess I don't ever feel like putting periods or anything on there, you know. And people get mad at me. Well, he only puts LETS on there. He don't put his little dot up there, his commas. I don't feel like it. I do it when I'm texting. And if she texts me, most time I'll call her because it takes me a while to text. And then if it's something I think I can do short, I'll just instead of putting okay, I just put okay. Something easy. One time, bing. You know, but you know, it's like I said, it just depends on the people, depends on the person. You know what they're like. Some of these people have asked me, well, you know, when they've answered some questions for me, or had some questions they want to ask me, a doctor or somebody every once in a while, and they give you one of those physical. Well, how do you get along with people? How's it? You know, I just tell them like it is. I say, well, it depends on who it is, you know. And if you're like me and you don't do as much, you're not out visible in the public that much, which even before this, virus stuff become the main topic of the town. And then Donald Trump, ever since he's been in office, all we hear. So by the time them two subjects take most of the day up, I'm surprised anybody can get, you can't get nothing else in. I'd watch the news if they had different topics to talk about. I told my wife the other day when she was trying to get me to listen to that news junk, I said, well, my goodness, they don't have nothing else to talk about. It's either about politics or what I say, the virus stuff. What they've been talking about for almost 2 years now. And everybody said, well, to get this stuff out, this vaccine out, and it's still going on. I went to my doctor just yesterday, and they went from having everybody where they didn't have to wear a mask to basically it's got a sign up on the door and they ain't got to wear a mask and go in there. I guess the higher ups had gotten on to some of them, I guess, or came and told them that they had to start doing it, I guess. I don't know. But, I don't know if we're ever going to get straightened out, but, But, it's just been one of them. There you go again. Then.
That's our buddy from the fire.
Oh, our buddy from, what is his name?
Dylan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he said, good morning, sweetie.
Oh, okay.
He just woke up.
Well, I didn't know that's him.
He said he collects reborn dolls too.
Oh.
So when he's got something in common.
Well, I'm glad somebody, comes out here and comments.
Yeah, he's texting me.
Some like I said, some of the videos may not be everybody's taste, but this guy, he's seen us at the fair a few times, and when they get to come and when he's with them, he stopped and talked to me and my wife over at the Pig. Give me something else to just brag about while I'm on here. And most of the time, nobody usually talks to us, but he remembered us and stuff, and he's up and very talkative. So I asked him about how he did a couple of things about the fair and how he was, and he's telling me a little bit about his stuff, and I think he brought up his wife and his kids a little bit or something. And but I don't get to see him that much, but it's very rare when somebody talk to you.
He said he collects reborns like I do.
Well,
he's my buddy.
But,
so we got to remember his name is Dylan.
So anyway,
Dylan.
Yeah, usually when I refer to him,
you always say buddy.
I couldn't remember his name, and it's we don't have each other's number or nothing, so I don't, and I don't like to get in anybody's mess. Like I said, with most time, me and my wife don't do good with couples and all that stuff. So, but it's shocking to find out that there wasn't that many people. 1,600, little over 1,600 people.
Oh, he bought his niece a doll. He said he wanted to show me what he got her for her birthday.
Oh,
her birthday's this week.
Well, let's see if you. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I was gonna say, Fair Mac. I can get his numbers down. I don't know. If people were in our shoes, they'd understand where we're coming from. And like I said, not asking nobody on their behalf to do anything, really. But it'd be nice, if what we had up here gets done. I'm gonna try every day. I told my wife every day is a new day. You always keep trying. But I said mostly probably how it's gonna happen, and now I've got it all pictured in my head. About like the way she did. I didn't have to do nothing. I said something out loud, prayed about it. About a year and a half. I've seen her twice in that whole time, and it's the same way I met Connie. Same way. Well, and before that, And somebody tried to put on Roxanne. I don't mean, but she, had her own issues and stuff, and she wasn't wanting to do anything. But
I give him my numbers.
okay. But and he's pretty. This guy, he's pretty good.
He's sweet. He said, I know I'm sweet. I said, don't rub it in.
But I like I said, it just depends on how people talk to me, and if they're really, if they really like people like us. Like I said, we could be a little harsh, be a little too hard to get along with. So, like I said, you can't please everybody. And that's why I try to tell my wife, you're gonna have a lot of people come and go, but ones that stick with you, they like you and they want you to be a part of something. And you never know. Some of these people like this and right here, you may, might be something he thinks of that we ain't tried yet on our end. But like I said, I go through there and I try to pick out things, try to put things out. But just never been one of the things. I'd like to see me and her get it. Not just because it'd be something we wanted, but it's hard. Like I said, if you're in our situation, you'd get it. You'd be able to understand it more. Because like I said, it's not about nobody's money or nothing. I've turned down how many people by now? I'd at least say over 100. Asking for stuff all the time. Like I said, if we just had somebody like we had up here 9 months ago, somebody with a little better,
he said that he's going to talk to her about.
a little head.
She's our age. See if she wants to be our unicorn bestie.
But
she's got those in common with me.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Like I said, but I haven't. And I tried, like I told my wife, I said I don't want to be pushy. About it. I don't like bringing stuff up in front of people. Actually, I don't even like big crowds, to be quite honest with you. I hate going to church. I know everybody says, well,
I'm having fun with him.
you got to do this and do that. And I said, well, I wasn't a big fan of.
It's my buddy.
I wasn't a big fan of church. People tried to raise me up in it and tried to get me all hunkered down in it. But yet they didn't even baptize me. They had their chance when I was a little big kid. They could have done that. No. And when I found out from on, I'd never been baptized. I said, well, I ain't doing it now because I hate water. If you want to do it, you should have done it when I was barely aware of it. Because I'll tell you, I'd have forgotten it as much as I have when I had my seizure at 2 years old. I just remember people telling me I was.
Oh, she's only 2.
Oh.
She's getting ready to turn 3.
Oh, so the little bitty one. Well.
Yeah.
Oh.
But she said that she's going to show her the video of my doll. He let my reborn doll.
Well, like I said, a lot of these people, probably got grandkids, probably too young. I told my wife it's going to probably be something out of the area, out of town. Well, I was sitting there one day. I've told this story before, but I guess I can tell it again. I was sitting there one day at the pig, and this pretty old black lady. She's pretty tall, pretty good sized lady. Not in the in the weight sense, just tall and everything. And next thing I know, I'm sitting there and just coasting along, just not saying that. All of a sudden, my wife's a worker, to Will Save, and was talking to Roger and Christian and them or whatever. And all of a sudden, this woman comes in. I was damn if she didn't start talking to me. I thought, well, that's unusual. I was thinking of that, And so about that time, after I said a few little things to her, about the time my wife comes in and starts complimenting her and everything else, and she gives some compliments back. And it's about the time we started to ask if she'd like to have our deal or anything we fixed up. This is a little over a year and a half ago. And she goes, "Oh, I'm married." And then about that time, we was going to keep talking to her a little bit. Oh, but dang, if that phone didn't ring. Just like I told my wife, it's almost like you're cursed or something. These people, you can't even shop. These people can't even shop that their phones ring. If I do take my phone, it never rings. It never says anything. It don't get no texts. If some of these people off the internet text us, but they won't text you no more than 5 minutes, and they're not serious.
I'm
about
having fun.
nothing.
I'm having fun with Dylan.
Yeah,
He's up and talking.
yeah, Lord. He, like I said, if I get talking long enough to him,
He'll get used to me.
Fire may have a winner here somehow.
He's a guy.
Well, I know that, but I'm saying he might influence him, help you a little bit.
He's trying to find him some. He said he's going to try to find some female friends.
But
he said that his girlfriend broke up with him
but
because I hugged him.
but
He told her.
but well, I don't, I'm just, I was kind of want somebody for me and my wife that either was like us, didn't have a whole lot, maybe, I don't know, some kind of handicap, but somebody we could go out there and play ball with, or have a good time with. Somebody that was not too big, but was good enough to go out there and play sports, kind of have some stuff in common with the guy, but at the same time, be a girly girl at the same time, and have both kind of things line up. But we was just aiming for somebody that didn't have a lot, but of course that's hard to find. I told my wife, I said the funniest thing would have been if a fella took his ring and all that stuff in. I wonder if he could see that while he's there. A woman.
He ain't seen it.
No, he's probably done seen it 1,000 times.
Yeah. He said it was beautiful.
But it's tough when you're in our shoes, when you sit down here and listen to some of this stuff. It might make you feel a little bit different. I don't know. Some people feels like we're just using them. But we're not trying to. As a matter of fact, I always try to use Sethra, more than I have in a long time. And, sometimes we used to have Hazel bring us home, but, here as of late, I've been trying to take Sethra some because you never know when her car tears up. And, of course, everybody's worried about the COVID shots.
Hey, this Patricia,
But
or Patricia, it's a male, and he's wondering if I could be friends with him.
Yeah, it's funny. You put all this stuff out on the internet. It's funny. Speaking of that, yeah, it's funny how you get seem like more guys when you put girls, you put everything out there that you want, but you guys get something you don't. It's kind of weird.
I put down that.
And it seems like we used to either get the wrong crowd. One time we had this one guy, we don't have him doing it no more, but he used to come and every time they'd have the free food box. The only reason we had this guy's number was for the free food box, and he just came out of nowhere and said I used to drive for Sethra. So we practically pretty well, was just sitting there to, and I was talking to this guy, old Charlie, I believe is his name. And of course, like I said, he's pretty old. But we've had several people like that, seen us sitting there and they'll offer us a ride or something, or if we's out walking. I told her, well, I guess we're lucky to even get that. But it'd just be nice to be able to fit in something that you had something else in common with, and had, our families just, the older we've gotten, the worse they got. They didn't like it. Me and her, got married early. They wanted us to have a church wedding, and then she didn't want to be on her medicine anymore, and I know she didn't need it because she says, "What's the difference between me and Susan?" Or where I said, "There's a lot of difference." I said, "She's more worried about her pills and all her other junk that she's already got stirred up and out here prostituting, and out here probably about like Ray Stevens out here streaking." So, she ain't worried about nothing. I said, time these landlords get through, they may throw her under the jail after they find out she's been stealing and shit.
I already told cops. I already told him.
So,
Told Brandon.
So I mean, she probably doesn't, but she's probably
She is in Mexican
she's
jail.
probably bit the dust by now if they caught her at all.
Yeah, she's in the jail.
But anyway,
She yelled my name the other day outside, and I flipped her off.
well, like I said, I just like I said, if I know, my wife didn't know, and that, I mean, she's trying to be nice. Like I said, she's trying to be nice to the person. She's going up there to see Courtney at the time. Of course, he's gone now. But at the time, and I guess what makes me the maddest is I know it's like the thing with my stepsister. I think somebody's got the hots, or somebody's got the fetishes thing going or something, because every time she acts up or something happens, she ends up finding her ass back over here up at the at the pig. So I'm like, why can't you give some of them other people a chance? Some other young guy or some young woman. Good grief! I mean, my heavens! I mean, she's been everything just about over there. Or of course, old Colleen, I call her Corrine.
She don't like being called Caroline because it sounds like a toilet cleaner.
She stuck up for one day, and I knew right before I was fixing to get really pissed. I said, I better not. I mean, I really don't want to be that way. But, she's like, well, I don't like you talking about her that way. I said, well, I know her inside and out. I've been around her. I said, not been around many people, but I know her enough, to tell you that if you ain't been around her for, a whole week or a whole month. I was only around her 2.5 days on a spare basis, and I couldn't stand her. Didn't hardly have anything in common with her. And she'd come around whenever my mom or somebody put her up to it. My mom would always say, well, Derek, I know it was her. She was telling her to do this. And like I said, all the opportunities that person had, they just went by the wayside. She'd rather be over at the church or over at friends' houses or over at her girlfriend's house or whatever.
Doing with the sleep.
So, did you go to sleep? Well, but anyway, just trying to keep talking while she's typing. But we just have it kind of rough here. It's not easy being the way we are, and we can't help it. When I was born the way we was and stuff, and I got picked on in school a lot.
Oh, he's still awake.
Oh,
yeah.
But, I got picked on at school, and a lot of my attitude comes from, just, if you ever heard this song by Tom Petty, I Won't Back Now. It reminds me, some of the words remind me of me, especially that. You can stand me up at the gates of heaven, won't back down. I will stand my ground, won't be turned around in a world that keeps on pushing me around. Now,
Tom Petty is a legend.
He
likes Tom Petty.
won't back
I
down.
like Tom Petty.
Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I will stand my ground, and I won't back down. No, I know what's right. I got just one life. Anyway, it's Tom Petty. I was trying to do a little bit.
He said Tom Petty
But-
is a legend.
But it's funny. Out of all the songs, that one and "Learning to Fly" is probably my two favorites. I can sing them if I, And Brooks and Dunn, what was that one you like by him or them?
What?
Hard working man. Isn't it?
Oh yeah, hardworking men.
She likes that. Brooks and Dunn, hard working man. So I'll try to do a little bit of it. Hard working man. I wear a steel hard hat.
Come on, baby.
I can wind and rope with cowboy paint, do things with my hands that most men can't. I can't get ahead no matter how hard I try. I'm getting pretty good at better getting mine. I got everything on. By the sweat of my brow. I get right home, there's a Cadillac key. Strip my whole week's pay on some weekend beauty. Well, come Monday morning, I'm the first to arrive. And working at the baby shop from 9 to 5. I'm a hard-working man. I got online, hope it leads to the promised land. And I'm burning my candle at the vent. But the only way to keep the fire going is to howl from the wind. So come Friday night, I like to party hard. Oh, that's the one that had to. Oh, I put it on there twice. But and then I've got this other one I like to sing. It's more for a woman, but I like to sing this one by Brian. I'll see how much I can do of it. Let's see. Don't matter what plans I got, I can break them. Yeah, I can turn this thing around at the next red light. And I don't mind telling all the guys I can't meet 'em. Hell, we can all go raise some hell any other night. Girl, I just gotta see what you're wearing. Your hair's falling, it's falling now. Oh, I just have to see you now. Go ahead and call me. 'Cause you don't have to worry about it, baby. You can wake me up in the dead of the night. Bring my plans, baby, that's alright. This is a trial of everyday kind of thing. Swing on the vine, I'll pour you a drink. The door's unlocked, turn leave on the lights. Baby, you can crash my party anytime. Ain't a bar that can rock me the way that you rock me. Ain't a bar that can make me buzz the way that you do. You could build in the front row, the best show. Look down and see your face on my phone, and I'm gone. Son, don't hang on. I'll meet you in a minute or two. Go ahead and call me. 'Cause you don't have to worry about it, baby. You can wake me up in the dead of the night. Ring my plans, babe, that's alright. This is a trial of everyday kind of thing. Swing on the vine, I'll pour you a drink. The door's unlocked, turn leave on the lights. Baby, you can crash my party anytime. Go ahead and call me. You can crash my party anytime. And
Derek got a great singing voice.
well, like I said, there's a lot of people at. I used to sing all the time. I could do, a few songs without the words, but you used to have it playing. But
He said he's going to talk to the Barry people.
But my wife tried to get, I guess I can tell a few stories here. My wife tried to get me put into that, or she tried to get me over at Hardy's, and they wouldn't let me sing. Well, she wanted me to sing a song over there, but like I said, they couldn't get it approved or nothing. And I asked Lisa at the time. I said she wanted me to sing on her birthday. Could we do it? And she'd been aggravating me about going down there at the fair.
Yeah.
And letting them hear me. And I said, honey, that ain't. I said they probably wouldn't, want to hear me doing all that. I mean, she'd get a kick out of it, but I've always kind of wanted to do little local things, and if I ever had a support system or had somebody to throw my name out there, I kind of wanted to be like at one time, I don't know, it's somewhere in that room, I don't know. But I had wrote like 10 or 12 songs, just about my past and some of my childhood stuff. And, never.
He's moved to Ohio.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
But no, I never had no support. But, I've had some people ask me about American Idol. And I said, no, I ain't going on there because I said that the people on that TV show that have to take that tape and heavily edit it time I got through chewing out Simon Cowell and a bunch of them high-paid celebrities that they don't know a singer from. There's so many people, and I don't watch it. That's why I don't watch it, because there's always somebody that always gets voted off and shit. And I hate it for those people that come in there and really try, and these slackers. Sometimes you'll see slackers always get a chance. One of them comes to mind is old William Hung. And I always call him William Hung on a Nail. Because, he come out that She Bangs song and it's sung by Ricky Martin. Of course, it looked good for him because he's a young guy. But, oh, Lord. I mean, they give that guy sucked so bad they still end up getting him a contract. So if I don't tell you where their head's at. I ain't but two people I like in American Idol. I'll go ahead and tell you. Kelly Clarkson, Carrie Underwood. They're both women, but that shows you when they've done something right. They ain't got nobody since that I can recall. I don't know if Josh Turner might have been one of them. I don't remember. But Kelly Clarkson and Carrie Underwood, only two people. And they had Star Search. I told my wife one of these days a month to look at it. Star Search was the very first thing I remember that was like a TV show where you could go on there and audition and have, a chance to win like a contract or some kind of thing. I don't know what it was back then. I can't remember how much or what, but yeah. And then usually I can do pretty good on what was that other song? Oh, Martina McBride. I guess I'll go ahead and do it. It's my favorite one. Let's see. He loved him like she loved him like he was the last man on earth. Gave him everything she ever had. He break her spirit down and come loving up on her. Give her a little and take back. She tell him about her dreams. He just shoot them down. Oh, he loved to make her cry. Oh, crazy for believing I never leave the ground. Suddenly angels know how to fly. And with a broken wing, she still sings. He keeps a light on the sky. With a broken wing, she carries her dreams. They ought to see her fly. Sunday morning, he didn't go to church. He wondered why she didn't leave. He went up to the bedroom, finding down by the window, with the curtains blowing in the breeze. And with a broken wing, she still sings. She gives a light on the sky. With a broken wing, she carries her dreams, and you want to see her fly. With a broken wing, she carries her dreams, and you want to see her fly.
I think they're off now.
Hmm.
I think they're all off now.
Oh, okay. But anyway, I was trying to kill some time, have some fun.
I mean, if you want to keep going,
But
go ahead.
I was done a few. I don't know if I know any more right off the top of my head. Those I know are stuck in there. One time I did that Blink 182 one. That old
Yeah, they're off.
Oh, okay. Well, I think we've had enough excitement. This video went a little longer than I thought. Oh, wait.
Good night, y'all.
Oh,
Good night, buddy.
good night.
Good night,
Hopefully everybody liked that a little bit.
buddy. Not buddy. Yeah, they're going to bed. It's getting late.
Getting late.
Yeah, he said he's got to go work in the morning.
Oh, okay.
He's going to another fair.
Oh, boy.
He's getting ready to move up there.
You know what I call Ohio, don't you? I call it Ohio. Hey, take the 4 letters of Ohio and come up. Ohio. I don't know if they realized that or not.
Yeah.
But you take it. And I started to think of that because Jim Duggan always went around calling people "ho," doing that stuff, and they had these little cupcakes in there in the store, and they called them ho-hos.
He said people in the country call it highbo. Elbow.
But I was one day just thinking of something, and I thought, if you took the word, you took Ohio, and you turned it around, it's hi-ho. So I mean, every person out there on the street, like this Susan up here was done, and go hi-ho, or Jim Duggan be like hi-ho.
He said they call them
But it's funny.
haba.
But no, no, it was just one day out there walking, and I was out there. I think it's the day we bought an ice cream from McDonald's,
Yeah.
and they give you money's worth on that ice cream. I'd pay. What was it? We only paid almost $2.
Yeah,
$2.
just get $2, get ice cream.
$2 and something for 2 ice cream. Boy, that
Man, don't say it because I'm going to go down there and
Yeah,
buy me some.
that scoop of ice cream must have been about this tall.
Nah, it's hobo.
But I just thought it was funny. Oh, Lord. And then I aggravate, and when somebody talks about Flo Rida, I say, hi, Florida.
It's Flo
And
Rida.
then, he can't really do that good anyway.
It's it's FLO space
And he puts
R-A-
one little,
DA.
yeah. But Heath Slater was
Flo Rida.
going in there and aggravating him. And
How means Great River in native.
he called him Florida, and the guy pushes him down in the back. But like I said, stuff like that, gets me to laugh more. You couldn't make me watch Comedy Central or nothing, because they're so, they cuss all the time, and they just make fun of people, in there, and it's just not funny. It's hard for me to watch movies. I don't like science fiction movies or anything too, overly done. I won't even watch Star Wars. I used to go around and Star Wars. And I'd fall asleep. I told my dad, "Y'all put that crap on. I'm going to bed." They didn't believe me, and I did it too. I slept for 3 or 4 hours. And so but yeah, I've sung everything from Mariah Carey to Cyndi Lauper, a whole bunch of these, Alabama, and a couple of them. But yeah, she likes when I do my wrestling impersonations. I guess
They're all going to bed.
But
It's a good night.
okay. But she likes when I do a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, me. Are they going to bed?
Yeah, Dylan said he has to work in the morning.
He's probably getting some entertainment.
He said he's got to stay up. He said they're called hi ho. I just found it the wrong way. He said Ohio is I ho. AHIHOH.
He didn't realize that neither, right?
He said he wanted to spell it out.
But when he goes up there and go, hi ho!
Down there, Patricia and Dylan, I just want to say thank you for the comments. You guys are very sweet, and thank you for talking to me and liking our video and commenting.
But go ahead. Yeah,
but I want you guys to know I had a good night.
Well, maybe like I said, we usually get on first thing sometime in the morning, around 8, 9 o'clock in the morning or somewhere through there. I may be a little earlier, but maybe we can build this audience a little bit and then get somewhere. Maybe get a couple other people, or you never know, may get some. May get a little bit of some other people, female, maybe a couple. It's nice though to get something out of this. I mean, it's when I had Facebook, my wife and I, them people on Facebook, they're so censorship, uptight, and oh my
Good
God.
night if you're going to bed. No, we'll be up for a while.
Oh, me and my wife's night owls, by the way. But no, we just, I was on Facebook and
Oops, that's about it.
night owl.
No,
Oh,
he's asking for still what?
oh yeah. Well, sometimes, we don't go to bed till sometimes it's 11, 12 o'clock. I don't know. It just depends. Like I said, last night I had tossed and turned so much till I eventually fell asleep, and I do fall asleep, occasionally. But I got this thing, and she tried it this morning. She ought to know by now. She's been on me 10 years. She can't hardly sneak up on me. She barely even gets right up on me. I usually sense it. And, but yeah. But she usually likes a couple of these wrestling things. I can do that for me, kill some time. But she likes when I do Sergeant Slaughter. Listen up, you maggot! You scum! You slime! That's an order! Yeah, no. What's another one you like? What was his name? Oh, John Orno. I'm the Raw General Manager. Both Raw and SmackDown. And it's funny how he talks. But then there's old Vince. He goes, I'm a SmackMan, damn it. you know, stuff like that. And old Paul Bear, and do him, train is coming, you know, things like that. And then Kane, when he had that old voice box gimmick thing, I used to kind of do that at times. Or old Undertaker, every once in a while I can get him pretty good. Rest in peace, you know. If I get him just right and I get my thing to do just right, I sound just like him on there. I've actually got an appointment coming up on his birthday this coming year. Or Dr. B. He'll be 57 then. But yeah, we've just had a good time. Originally, when I made this video, I didn't think it was going to go quite this long, but this will be a good video to kind of go back and watch. Get some entertainment or something. Oh gosh. Because like I said, she enjoys my videos. She said they're like a movie, you know. She said, Lord, you could be out here. I had somebody on that Facebook said you, what was that woman's name now? Golly, dang, I can't even think of it. That old lady that's sitting there dancing and doing all that stuff. I can't even remember what she called herself. Oh, Becky Love. Oh, yeah, Becky Love. Oh, Lord. But, you know, she's sitting there, and I understood why she's lip syncing because, like I said, if you had the music up in the background, it'd cut your video off. I did that one time. I had wrestling playing in the background, and I didn't know it, but I had it up too loud, and then they cut it off because they knew I was watching at the same time. But that's why I always usually have my TVs turned down. But, oh, what's that now?
Some female.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of them pretenders. I've come to know today it's hard. I wouldn't want to have grown up in this era. Too many people ask for too many things. I told my wife,
She said, stop ignoring me.
I wish don't worry about them. We'll find what we're looking for. We'll find it out here.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't worry with them. Like I said, it would disappoint me today if I was trying to point something out, find something. Now, my wife, when she first had her Facebook, she looked up all her people in Ohio and around. And she went to school with. That didn't work out too good because she's down here and they's up there. Oh, cracking some more. She just having fun going at it. What's the matter? Don't have to look down there to type, do you?
I was trying to spell something for Dylan.
Oh. Oh, man.
We were talking about movies.
Oh. Yeah, my favorite movies, they all done gone and passed, but that's the best movies is those from the 80s and 90s, all early 2000s maybe. All them good ones came out. There's so many, I can't name them all, but I was telling my wife that I wish she'd have seen it. I had probably at least 200 movies and at least 2 or 3 boxes boxed up, bottom up, all the movies, Major Payne. Oh, Lord. Dennis the Menace Part 1. All the Ninja Turtle stuff, Rocky movies, you name it. That's the stuff I like. Bill Cosby Show, as far as sitcoms go, Bill Cosby, Family Matters, that's got Steve Urkel in it. Some of those good ones that you never get to see anymore are my favorites that still stick with me. My grandmother got me into Chuck Norris's Walker, Texas Ranger. I used to watch Xena, Warrior Princess. And, Derek, that's science fiction stuff. Yeah, it sort of was. But, sometimes it would bore me, just depending on what it was. And Hercules. Just like I said, just depending on the script and what was the episode about. I used to watch the Power Rangers, Barney. all that stuff. When I was a kid, I used to like to go trick or treating. Last thing I remember, the last time I went trick or treating was 1997. I was 13 years old, and I called it quits. I was a white Power Ranger as Tommy. He was green and he turned white for a time, and there'll never be any more good movies like there was. Titanic movie came out. There was all that stuff like that. Like I said, so many movies. Happy Gilmore. That scene with Bob Barker in it. Oh, I could sit there and watch that all day and laugh at them. But the movies nowadays just ain't no fun. They're, most of them pretty dull. And I remember one of them was Cloudy with Meatballs. I was like, what we've come from all these good movies, Sandlot and all them other good ones.
Oh, he likes it too.
And
Happy Gilmore is one of the Sandler's best.
I could watch The Longest Yard with that Adam Sandler in it. That's pretty funny. I mean, like I said, that and Mall Cop was pretty funny. Had my music in it. I always like Smoking the Bandit with the dog Fred in it. Oh, or whatever he done in the truck. It's like a basset hound, I believe. That's the movies I like. Karate Kid. I remember that one that I showed my wife. It was Lionheart. This Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. And the old Snake movies, Tremors. Had old Reba in there. But you couldn't have got me to watch any of them cartoons.
He likes Ninja Turtles.
I used to like that Lion King movie, Toy Story 1. Oh Lord, like I said, there's a bunch of them. And I had ABBA had a movie, or ABBA. They had a movie called ABBA the Movie or whatever. In 1977, I was able to find it, ordered it out of a magazine. It used to belong to BMG Music Club, and after a year, they got to where I had to end up quitting it because they kept overcharging me, and they charged me for another shipment or whatever. So I ended up quitting it, but it was pretty cool. You could find stuff in there that you couldn't find in the stores. But I used to have a lot of that stuff, and I got rid of a lot of it. I just don't ever feel like playing anymore. It's just like video games. I used to sit there, play Super Mario, duck hunting, all them good old games, Super Punch Out on the Super Nintendo. That's funny. And I liked the James Bond GoldenEye game that's about the only time I ever liked a game with some guns in it. Very rarely did I like it, but that game, there was something special about it. The wrestling games are even the best on the 64. I liked them the best. Mario Party. I could sit there for hours back then, and I never get bored of them games. It's pretty fun. See all the good stuff. It's will always be a video if I go back and look on and say, he just started out talking he's going to be about 10 minutes, and all of a sudden there's something you started, and I started. This is funny because you never expected anybody to go this long. But like I said, it would be a pretty fun video. Just go back and.
He said, I watched my Toy Story on VHS, and so many times it broke.
Yeah.
He likes Ninja Turtles.
That's pretty cool.
Barney. He liked Barney too.
Yeah. I used to watch it every day when I come home from school. That used to be a routine. And like on Monday nights, Monday Night Raw come on. I had to be in there on Mondays. I couldn't even get up and go to the bathroom. It was that good. And then, but like I said, all them old shows, in Heathen, I'd rather watch that than anything they got on TV today. Murder, She Wrote was pretty cool. But I mean, you go back and you look at all that stuff, and there's nothing even compares to it. You know, it's sad what today's audience will say is watchable, and you know, it's just it's not no good anymore. All that stuff, but yeah, there's a lot of that stuff that I used to watch.
I was born in 2000. I loved that show called Blue's Clues growing up.
Oh,
Me too.
old Blue's Clues.
See, I got my buddy to like.
Yeah.
See, my buddy likes
You used
it.
to have that. Where happened to that dog? You used to have that little blue dog. Where happened to him?
Susan stole it.
Uh-oh. Wow.
She gave it to her daughter.
Oh, I'll give it no. I thought we still had it. That's what I thought. Well, old Blue. Yeah. I remember old Brian Lass, he got mad at Jim Cornette because Jim Cornette made fun of that Sesame Street.
Yeah.
And he said, "Don't you dare make fun of Sesame Street." He said, "That's an educational program, and my daughter watches that." Oh, I was like,
S-E-A-M-E
what is it?
Street. Oh, he was asking about it.
Oh, yeah. I didn't like it as
I love it because of Big Bird
I
and
like-
Elmo.
I guess I like Barney a little better than Sesame Street. Mr. Rogers, I watched it.
Mm-hmm.
I used to watch it.
He likes Happy Gilmore. He likes all
And
guys.
there's a movie he's got to watch, that monkey called Ed. He's got to watch that.
Me too.
He's got to watch that Ed.
He likes Elmo. Elmo's World.
Oh man.
Let's see. What was it? Watch Ed.
Ed the movie.
Oh,
It's about it's a baseball movie. It's got this little monkey in it, and he stays. Basically, the whole plot is he ends up. This guy ends up with the monkey at his house, and has to watch him, and he tears up the house, and he's got a little girl in the movie, and she sits there. One of the scenes, she sits there and eats ice cream and popcorn and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden goes, oh, like that. Oh, it's funny though that you know, and E.T. I watched it. Then Free Willy. Oh Lord, I used to watch that Mighty Ducks. It was,
oh, I love the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good
and
hockey movie.
The only Batman movie I ever liked was the one with Catwoman.
Batman Returns.
Yeah, I liked the one with Catwoman. I believe that was it.
Yeah.
But that was the one I liked best.
I used to watch the Mighty Ducks. I used to watch Elmo, Sesame Street, Blue's
The original
Clues,
Power Rangers movie is the best one I've.
and the Power Rangers, the old Power Rangers. That was awesome as goddamn hell.
Yeah,
I like the pink one and the yellow one.
pink one's still alive. The yellow one passed away. But yeah, old Kimberly. But they could have had that show. I'm surprised it's still on TV. I heard it still runs. It's nothing nowhere near as good as. They used to like Game Show Network, but they turned that thing around so much it just ain't fun. We like that Family Feud. Steve Harvey, that's the best thing he does is that Family Feud. It's the funniest thing.
He says, I don't have one. I think I used to have one. You should be able to find one. There's a lot different brands.
What was it?
Portable DVD player. He said there are some cheap ones at Walmart.
Hey, you know what's funny? I went there when I had stimulus check, speaking of something. I was trying to find the PS4 and all that stuff, and they were out of them, man. They cleaned them out. I couldn't find nothing. And I was lucky. This tells you man, I was lucky. I asked him, I said, you got any PS3 controllers? It's like, no, I ain't got any. I don't think. This woman said because it's an older system. So I just happened to go back there and I turned this corner and I looked over this way, and lo and behold, there was 3 of them. And I remember I grabbed 2 of them. I should have grabbed all 3 of them.
Yeah.
But I grabbed 2 of them. And then I went back in this past check. I went back to see if they had any more. Of course, they didn't this time, but my luck ran out. But yeah, I've got a PS3 over here. I'm probably, if we ever find a unicorn bestie, I'm probably going to have to throw that thing out because it's getting where it's getting old anyway, and it's worn down, and it's 10 years old. I mean, man, it was even out. They were even out before that, but my dad had paid for it, and he paid $400 for it when it was still practically brand new at the time. It had only been out probably 2 or 3 years at that time, but it's still pretty high. But I can tell you one thing I didn't like is these DLC packs they always add to these games. I couldn't believe they went and did that. You have to buy extra things. That don't make any sense. I mean, they ought to make you pay more for the game if they're going to do that, you know. But, you know, it's getting ridiculous. I don't know how they keep coming up with these game systems. They're all the same. I remember when it got past the PS3, there wasn't nothing else you could do with them. I mean, you had a Blu-ray. By the time you had PS3, you had a Blu-ray. You had you could play Blu-rays on it. They just come out with that, you know, practically at that time. And then there was you could play DVDs. You could play CDs. Of course, you could even look up free music on the music sites. And Lord, I forget. There was some of them BEE MP3 or something like that, and it was like MP3 Skull. Oh man, it was like several of those.
My games on my computer, lots of cheap Indian games that are fun.
Oh, and she's got a lot of games on her. I just don't ever get on her playing. Usually I watch the old NASCAR, like I say, or boxing, some of that stuff. He's still typing.
Computer parts are quite hard to get nowadays, though.
Yeah, they are. Shoot, the first computer I ever got, he's bringing up stuff. I can get me some more stories in here. But I got the first computer I ever got. I remember I was in school and they were trying to teach me this math stuff, and Tom Pride, he put me in there, and one morning he asked a timetable question, and I remember what it was. It was either nine times 8 or 9 times 9. I can't remember which now, but I answered it, you know, and he's like, that's the only time he's ever raised his hand. And he acknowledged that in front of everybody. I don't know if he's trying to embarrass
I can help you find websites to watch movies on.
Yeah. Okay. That's pretty cool.
He said he can get me another laptop.
Huh. Yeah. You know, when we got our last check, I started to buy a second laptop. And I kept going back and forth. And I was sitting there, and it was in the back of my mind. It's like, well, did I do this? And then it took forever to get this thing on. I mean, you wouldn't realize how long that stuff takes. I bet we was here probably an hour and a half or 2 hours trying to get this thing going. Set up, that thing was so long. She like to never figured out all that stuff, and I finally, when she's quiet and when I've got peace and quiet, because I have a one-track mind, I told her, I said, if you get quiet, I could probably figure it out, work my way around, even though I didn't set the computer up. No, hurry to mess with it. But once she got real quiet, I could think, and it come to my mind, well, hey, you have to hit this, and, hit that, and eventually we figured it out. So I remember our first day on here was July 27th or 26th of this year. So we've been on here for a couple months, but no, it's odd. But when I first got my computer, it was they still had where you could put the disc in there, and you still had this thing where it spun around, and the loud motor, and it make the computer hot. This one will get hot a little bit, but it's not as bad, and it's real quiet. So actually, I prefer what we have now, and they've got built in a virus protection, I think, in here too, because we've been pretty safe with this one. It's not messed up. Now they'll warn you if you ever get on anything that might have a virus, you can hurry up and back out, and it don't hurt anything. If you ever get in that sort of stuff where it, it'll warn you, and it'll be like, so that way it doesn't slow the computer down. Or like they gave us some, there was some free stuff that came like for the first month or two. They had some specials where you could get it free, and so it had its, but it still got some things on here. But yeah, it'll warn us about certain things and everything like that. So that's pretty neat how they advanced that. But man, I wish they could have kept the cell phones like ours. Like our cell phones. But me and my wife, we just got these basic cell phones over here. Oh yeah. Basic cell phones like this right here. And everybody's like, well, do you got this WhatsApp? Do you got all this other junk? I said no. And half of the people that we've either text or something, it's odd, but it's kind of funny. They'll say, you'll call these people off some of these sites or something me and my wife have. And it's funny, they'll say, sorry, this person can't come to the phone right now. And they'll say something about text mail or something. I said, what in the world is that? Never heard of it. I've had everything from a government phone to a Verizon phone, but I never heard of text mail. You can't never get nobody on them things. I have yet. And I said, well, maybe, one of these days, maybe something will come out off this thing, It's kind of like a Facebook, even better, really. Because you can sit there and watch your TV and pretty much anything you want.
He's going to try to find me some. If I get him, when he gets me a laptop, he's going to give me some websites.
Oh. Yeah, I say there's a lot of stuff.
Thank you, buddy, Dylan.
Yeah.
You are such a sweetie.
He's very sweet, isn't
he? He is very sweet.
Yeah, I've always wanted to do something in the music, but my wife at one time I think mentioned to her our old stubborn grandparents. And one time it reminds me I was singing Cyndi Lauper's "Girls Just Want to Have Fun" or whatever it was, and boy, the look on their faces. I was like, I knew it's because they were jealous because I make my voice, do that stuff like, sound just like I'm off the radio. I thought, man, I could really make a gathering that much better if they just let me grab a hold of it. And but yeah, what is?
Oh, it's
oh, good Lord.
Dylan's dad.
Oh, I thought it was just one.
No, it's Dylan's daddy.
I thought it was just
He's
one.
a worker,
But
or street work, or what do we call it?
But I was trying to maybe.
He's 85 years old.
Oh, and I was trying to get maybe out here and see if anybody had any odd job work, but I ain't doing them jobs again like
No
that.
problem. It's been nice meeting you two. You're very sweet folks.
Oh, I wish Spur could always find people like that, boy. It'd make a world of difference. But like I said, you can't win with everybody.
He likes your music and stuff. Your movies.
Yeah, let's see, it's Tennessee River. I was born across the river in the mountains where I call home. Lord, time's good there, don't know why I have won. Oh, Tennessee River and the mountain man, we get together anytime we can. On Tennessee River and the mountain man, we play together, Mother Nature's band. Me and my woman still made our plans on Tennessee River, walking hand in hand. Gonna raise a family, gonna settle down where peace and love can still be found. On Tennessee River and the mountain man, we get together anytime we can. On Tennessee River and the mountain man, we play together in Mother Nature's band. On Tennessee River. On Tennessee River, the mountain man, we play together anytime we can. On Tennessee River, the mountain man, we play together in the Nature's band. On Tennessee River.
Hey, it's human in Ohio. Yep.
I'd hate to be anywhere but here in Decatur. Year round, we have the best weather. We never had no tornadoes. Closest one we had was 3 or 4 years ago out in Athens, but it never got up here to us. But it was out there in Athens, and we got in the bathroom just in case because it was pretty bad that night. We got a pretty good storm out of it, and the wind got a little crazy. But that's why I said it's good to live up here. Cheaper on everything, pretty much. Oh boy,
He's cool as hell.
but
Dylan is cool as goddamn hell.
let's
He asked
see.
me where I work.
Yeah. You are my fire, the one desire, believe when I say that I want it that way, that we are two worlds apart, can't reach to your heart when you say that I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Am I your fire, your one desire? It's too late, but I want it that way. Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Now I can see that we're falling apart from the way that it used to be. Yeah, no matter the distance, I want you to know that deep down inside of me, you are my fire, your one desire. It's too late, and I want it that way. I want it that way. You like that, huh?
He said Backstreet Boys. He said winter in Ohio is crazy. Really dangerous road conditions.
Yeah.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
True.
And a lot of them places has got real bad storms and stuff.
I've been through it. I know.
I ain't been hardly out nowhere, like I said, traveling, but I just see stuff all the time on TV. There's no way you could convince me at any other place. I'll take what I got here, you know, and there could be a couple of other places, but I take about what I got here.
All them lakes makes it worse.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
all that fog,
Yeah.
all that water. I was telling Sue that the other day, going to the dentist, or
Yeah.
not the dentist, but Dr. B.
Yeah.
I was telling her about how, you know, fog and stuff gets out there.
Yeah.
And yeah.
He's still up, little
Oh,
bugger.
Yeah, he's up tonight, isn't he?
Thank you, Dylan. I really appreciate it, buddy.
Now we're glad you kept us up talking. So
Yeah, keep us going.
we're setting the record right now, by the way. Oh man, 2 hours, 12
At
minutes.
least we don't get hurricanes, but we get a lot of tornadoes.
Oh man.
True.
Oh yeah.
True.
Yes, hate that. Oh man, I wish. I mean, if you took the beaches away
Yeah.
and you took all that entertainment bull they got up there out of the way, you could convince people to come down this way a lot more. Find these little towns where you didn't have as much problem getting around. I mean, you can, but it's all that extra stuff, all the extra attractions laying around. Everybody likes to go to. You wonder about half these people you see out there on these internet sites, if they're even who they are, you know, because they're always asking for money and stuff. But, oh boy, he's having a good time tonight.
Mm-hmm. Dylan, you should bring up that one thing that you did at the fair with the race cars. That was funny. You were aggravating that kid going vroom, 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 vroom around. You're cool. You're pretty cool, Dylan. I really like you, buddy.
Yeah, he's.
I forgot what your name was. I was going to ask you the other day, but you were busy, and I didn't want to bother you when you were busy. But thank you for being a good friend of mine. I really appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, very rare any time anybody gets to anybody these days. I give up on what I had. She's give up about everything she had too.
Yep.
Ain't nothing lasts long around us.
I said, thank you for being a great friend. No problem. You guys are you guys are nice people.
Hey, well, we tried to be, like I said.
Bless
I wish,
your heart.
I wish that people would allow us to be sweet. It just depends, like I said earlier, it depends on who it is. And every time I meet somebody, it seems like all I get done is upsetting them in about 5 minutes.
I said we try to be sweet.
Well, we try. There's not many people allows us that opportunity.
You know, we're gonna have a record, Dylan. Me and
Yeah.
you're gonna have a
we're
record
gonna,
about.
make this video a good one.
Yeah, this is for you, Dylan,
Yeah.
because you've been a blessing to us, and thank you for talking to us in the pig. I enjoy talking to you because you're the only one at the fair that would really come out and speak your mind like my husband does. You speak your mind when you want to speak it. And don't back down, buddy. When I say don't back down, that's by Tom Petty.
Well, he knows that.
Just to let him know.
Yeah. I'm sure he knows. Let's see. Oh, Lordy.
I said you're in blessing. I think you went to sleep. I
Uh-oh. You go to sleep?
think so. I think you fell asleep on me.
Uh-oh. Let's see. All the old drama queens, they got one of these songs for you. I say you were wrong, never leave me
Oh, he said,
alone.
nope, I'm still here.
Now you're sorry, you're lonesome and scared, and they say you'd be happy if you could just come back home. Well, here's a quarter and call someone who cares. Call someone who listens and might give a damn. Every one of your sordid affairs. Don't you come around here handing me none of your
I'm a night
lies.
owl.
Oh, here's a quarter. Call someone who cares.
He's a night owl.
Yeah. Yeah, so what we had could never turn bad. So you're leaving, caught me unaware. But the fact is you wrong, girl, I can't be undone. So here's a quarter, call someone who cares. Call someone who listens and might give a damn. Every one of your sordid affairs. There's your little Travis Tritt there.
He's asking why I don't sing one. I can't sing without the words.
I can't usually do that many. I was trying to think if I did any more. I did that Blink-182.
I wish I could play one and maybe I can sing it. Let's see if I have one I can do. Hold on, buddy. Let me find one of my songs. He's asking for me to sing one.
I don't think we can play it.
When dark home. Down by the river on Friday night. There new games and there new night. Talking about cars and dream about women. Never had plans to live for a minute. Yeah, I went down there and I tried to coochie. Now my money got meant to me. When I learned how to swim, I learned who it was. A little about living and a little about love. When I'm in my old Chevy, I was milling. She was the sister for a burger and girls don't come. Dropped off pretty, but never got home. Down by the river on Friday night, near again to the near new night. Talking about cars, dream about women. Never had plans to live for a minute. Yeah, I went down and Chattahoochee. I knew not to anger meant to me. I learned how to swim, I learned who it was. Love by living and a little about love. Went down and Chattahoochee. Never much mind they're meant to me. I learned how to swim, I learned who it was. Love by living and a little about love. And by living and a little about love.
That's right.
That's right. There you go, buddy.
Let's see. But I did the first song I ever did without words was by Blink-182. All the small things. But for some reason, I at that time I was singing that song or heard it so many times off the radio, and I used to do it quite a bit. So it amazed me. I did it without the words and everything. Had the instruments and all that good stuff.
I don't know if he wants to hear this one before she cheats by Carrie
Oh,
Underwood.
that's one of them.
Huh?
And
then some someone on the song for a drink, but anyway, whiskey. Went down the Larser, play some sip and got a little combo. And he don't know. I got my key into the sun, this land and come four-wheel drive. Got my name into it, never see. Another song about headlights, such a home and over time. Living long before he cheats.
I don't know it.
Right now, time to think of venture sounds and karaoke. Right now, time to hustle. Wrong things I don't get lucky. Right now, I am on like this person that bathroom. I don't know. I took my key into the side. You send us something four-wheel drive. Call my name into this love sea. London and sun about headlights. Such a home and overtime. Will next time be fate before he cheats. Let's go.
Okay.
The next time that he cheats, oh no, it won't be on me. Oh no, not on me. Turn my key to the side, the sun of some four-wheel drive. Call my name into his never see. Well, now lights on the bell headlights. Such a home and awful time. The next time the fate before he cheats. Oh, the next time the fate before he cheats. Oh, when he cheats. Oh.
Mhm.
rocks, skipping ropes, down on rocks and sun clothes. When I was 13, I was a kid. The roads, the names, all the things when the black things, the names in my name. I can't think about tomorrow. I don't need anything I can buy. I just want to think till tomorrow. I just want to live until I die. Right, then we sing on and bring a dream. I'll be well to my dreams. Tonight, well, then good night, I love you about things I ain't changed. I just wanna think about tomorrow. I don't need anything I can buy. I don't have to think till tomorrow. I just wanna live until I die. Every night and night, all things I didn't know. Every night and on my knees, thank the God above. I don't have to think about tomorrow. I don't need anything I can buy. I don't want to think till tomorrow. I just want to live until I die. I don't have to think till tomorrow. Whoa, whoa. Just want to live until I die.
What's that?
I won't back down. Oh, I won't back down. You can stand me up at the gates of hell. Well, I won't back down. Well, I stand my ground. No one turn around. You'll wait this world from dragging me down, but I stand my ground. No, I won't back down. Hey, baby,
Oh, yeah.
there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I stand my ground, and I won't back down. I want right. I want just one life. In the world that keeps on dressing me around, but I stand my ground, and I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I stand my ground, and I won't back down. Hey, baby, there ain't no easy way out. Hey, I stand back down. And hey, baby, there ain't no always you will. Hey, I stand my ground, and I won't back down, and I won't back down. Like 13 years old. I don't think my grandfather holding a fishing pole. And then go down and smile. Didn't leave her behind. Come I know you don't want her to go. Someday you'll change your mind, Johnny said. Jimmy Johnson, take Tommy Thompson, take my best friend Bo. Gotti that you wanted. Sometimes she don't go anywhere in the world. Please don't take the girl. Same old boy, same sweet girl. Run you down the road. On her hand and kissed her lips and said, under the shows. Like a game and ball gun. Robert Bobby on. Son, I knew you want to tell you to. And Army in the arms, and Johnny said, take my money, take my wallet, take my credit cards. I can run my grandpa gave me, and in my car, down in the world. Please don't take the girl. I'm a boy, same sweet girl, tending down the road. I ain't a little woman, she says it's time to go. I mean, the baby's fine. You leave her behind. Oh, my dusting fasting. On Johnny say, Johnny, take my with me. My mind, my crest. I'll take her place if you let me. Make the last request in this world. Please don't take the girl. I gave me patient when he was 8 years old. There you go, buddy.
Always have a good one here somewhere.
I don't have my old ones. I got Simple Man.
Oh,
I don't have my old
you like
ones.
Simple Man?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I ain't on this one.
Told me when I was young, who sat beside me, my only son. and listen closely to what I say. And if you do this, it'll help you some sunny day. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Take your time, don't rush too fast. Troubles will come and they will pass. We'll find a woman, and you'll find love. In this sun, there is someone up above. Be simple, kind of man. Be something you don't understand. Baby, be simple, kind of man. When you do this for the sun, if you can, we're so well. Mm-hmm. Oh, mm-hmm. That's all I say. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You must the rich man's gold. What you need is in your soul. You can do this, man, if you try. What I want for you, my son, is to be satisfied. It's simple, kind of man. Need something you don't understand. Baby, be simple, kind of man. Won't you do this for the sun if you can? Oh, yes, I will. Mm, 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 mm. Don't worry, you'll find yourself following your heart and nothing else. You'll find a woman. Oh, yeah. You try. What I want for you, my son, is to be satisfied and be simple, kind of man. Will be something you love understand. Baby, be simple, kind of man. Won't you do this for the sun if you can? Be a simple man. Something you love and understand. Baby, be simple, kind of man.
I think everybody's asleep now. All right. Good night,
But
everybody.
that's a little singing there. We, like I said, a lot of them songs we didn't. We didn't think we'd be on here nearly this long, actually. Longest video we've ever had at 2 hours and 40 minutes. So I think we ought to go at least another 20. Might as well make it 3. Try to shoot for 3. Why not? But we'll end it after it gets up to 3 hours. I mean, goodness. But no, we've had fun tonight.
Yeah.
And I think she's had a very good time tonight. I think
Yeah.
funnest video we've ever made, but
Yeah.
we're not going to sing anymore for tonight.
Ooh.
We've 20 minutes
Yeah.
left till 3 hours, and then we'll call it quits. Probably go back
I'm
and
fired out.
watch it. But yeah, we like I said, we do stuff at the house all the time, and there, I'll move it back over here. But yeah, it's pretty fun to do. I know, like I said, a lot of people get jealous or
I'm not perfect though.
you know, but well, she should have sung some of them songs she knew, them good
You
ones,
had them on your phone. Oh, that Madonna.
huh?
That Madonna from Virgin.
But she
Can I do that one real quick, babe?
huh?
I want to do that Virgin one real quick for him. He didn't get to hear me sing at the fair. He want me to sing it
Right.
to him.
And anybody out here, they can get somebody hooked up. Man, it'd be better than some of that trash they got out there.
No.
All that bull, they always have the same old people on
Do you have that one?
there. There's some girls singing on that one that over there. Hang on, let me see. Hold on, give me a minute. Let's see. Hold on, let's see. Oh boy.
Hold on, people. He's looking for a song for me.
I'm trying to find something. Oh, where's that? Why didn't leave you alone? Let's see.
I think the one I do really good on.
Trying to see if I found that. Oh Lord, answer prayer. Wait, no telling we didn't name these out here. I don't know what the hell are.
Just pick one I'm good at, babe.
I don't have anybody. I don't have. I got Toto, got Jeannie, and My Sacrifice by Creed. White Wedding. And Bone. Mr. Ass. Oh, you know, I gotta do that one.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
gotta do one. I know most of the words of this one. It's a hot sunny morning, the middle of July. The choir was a singing about the sweet by and by. Everybody was swaying, sweating in the heat. We all bowed our heads down as the preacher took his seat. My sister and my brother stood next to the mother, and the quiet rose to the verse. After Daddy cut the big one at the Horn Lake, Mississippi Missionary Baptist Church. My sister rolled her eyes back. My brother bit his lip. My cousin just behind us whispered, "Hey, who let it rip?" Stuck your face in the shirt sleeve, staring at the shoes. Lord, you could hear a pin drop as it stood there in the pew. My eyes were burning. Mom stuck her nose in the purse. I forget that line. After Daddy cut the big one at the Horn Lake, Mississippi Missionary Baptist Church. He cut the big one. It was a stinker. He rose silent with a snicker And the kids started laughing at it. Oh, it's on first. After Daddy cut the big one at the Horn Lake, Mississippi Missionary Baptist Church. He said the devil made me do it. Mama said it was the worst. That's why Daddy cut the big one at the Horn Lake, Mississippi Missionary Baptist Church.
I can see that one strawberry wine.
There you go.
All right, people. I'm gonna do this last song before we give up.
All right, let's go.
My last farm. Yesterday for knowledge. Let it go. Yeah, I was on one between a woman and a child. Yonder the sun and the bells of one. Only that sound of you I'm going to be none. Honey, I was never the last strawberry wine. 17. Not July moon, saw everything. The first season of woo is sweet, lean on the vine. Like strawberry wine. I still remember 30 was old. First year was September. I had to go. I thought something on my listings call. They all ran away like the million in the fall. I know after year I come back to this place, 'cause I remember the taste. Strawberry wine, 17, the hot July moon, saw everything. The first kiss of love, ooh, went sweet. Lean on the vine, like strawberry wine. Even though the needs on succeeded none, there's not the time hasn't touched. Everything on my innocence. I've been missing so much. Strawberry wine, 17. The hot July moon saw everything. The first season of woo went sweet, lean on the vine, like strawberry wine. 17. The hot July moon saw everything. The first season of woo went sweet, lean on the vine, like strawberry wine. Strawberry wine. sing this one that I know since I was a kid, and my dad let me sing this in the park when I was just a kid, and it's about music. My dad loved me when I sung this one. Yeah, this is my grandma's before she died. Oh, play me some music like Grandpa used to play. Well, go on down the river to Cajun Hideaway. Look away like Tom Sawyer, down around and I'll go Finn. Playing baseball like go Franco. Let's see nature again. I need some music like Grandpa used to play. Well, go on down the river to Cajun Hideaway. Straight across the river, that's right, that I'm a man. Been been lazy, that's a me, nature's friend. I'm on a hickory, bending over skin cats, playing baseball, sure rocks. And some land again. Like calm music that comes from the heart. There's something lots of feeling. That's a music that just start. Oh, play me some music like Grandpa used to play. I'll go on down the river to Cajun Hideaway. Hey. Play me my music. Oh, play me my music. Oh, play me my music. Oh, play. Yeehaw! Let's see. Where's that one I like?
What one's that?
What was it? Oh shit! Meet in the middle.
Oh.
On Vince Rose, no place to hide. Under on the nuts, it's not enough to drive a car. But sometimes it was raining, sometimes it would shine. We were at that gravel road between your house and mine. I start walking your way, you start walking mine. We meet in the middle, leave the whole church of ground, begin on the ground. We both give a little, there ain't no live too long.
We meet
in the middle. years tomorrow since we set our lives under that old pine tree. I'll see it now. Standing in the backyard, reminding me of you. If we don't see eye to eye, there's something we can do. I start walking your way, you start walking mine. We meet in the middle, need our whole jumps and fine. We came out of the ground, we both give a little. Ain't no love too long, we need in the middle. Love the way we work together, 'cause the roads are bound. I start walking your way, you start walking mine. We meet in the middle, need our whole jumps and fine. We get on the ground, we both give a little. Ain't no love too long, we meet in the middle. Whoa, I start walking your way, you start walking mine. We meet in the middle, and our whole drums are fine. We get on the ground, we both give a little. Ain't no love too long, we need in the middle. I start walking your way, you start walking mine. We meet in the middle, need our whole jumps and fine. We get on the ground, we both give a little. Ain't no love too long, we need in the middle. All right, that's all I can do tonight. My voice is out, people.
Okay.
But I have fun though. Thank you for listening to us on here. You're a blessing. So good night, people, and love you, beauties.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh my God.
Well, I've got about 3 minutes. Eric Bischoff, what did you know? 3 minutes.
3 minutes, Bischoff.
3 minutes to.
Hey, Bischoff. Hey, Eric Bischoff. You suck.
Anyway, 3 minutes till we reach 3 hours.
Woo!
So we set an all-time record tonight. Wasn't really an intention thing. We had some people come out through here. Just had one or two that happened to be on here. And like I said, normally when I'm on here, I don't pay that much attention to them. But, it's our buddy that he said, and like I said, he normally gets on here, Dylan or whatever. He gets on here and so it's kind of cool. And then we get to talking about some other stuff and kind of, let him hear some stuff. And I guess he, like I said, it kind of pulls and tugs at you hard a little bit if you listen to some of this stuff. Some of these people don't realize how hard it is living the way we have to live. And some people think, we don't do what we should or try hard enough or whatever. Well, like I said, there's a lot of things that we'd like to do, but, just never have any, like this singing thing. We do this here all the time at the house. First time we really did anything quite like that. But it's just part of it. We sit here and have fun at the house and it's about what we do. And other than she'll watch her Lifetime cartoons or something like that. But, like I said, I started out, I was just going to, do a short video, and then we end up looking, and before we know it, we got, somebody on here typing.
Yeah,
Next
we're
thing-
just having a blast.
Next thing you know, we've set the record for the longest video we've ever made. So,
Oh,
uh,
his mama said thank you for singing those songs to her. Oh,
well, like I said,
she's in a nursing home,
oh,
and he was playing them for her on the video.
well,
Well, you're welcome, Mama. I hope you feel better.
like I say, we we only feel like it. I guess we try to do a few more, but like I said, Facebook they got us for copyrights. They ain't shut us down yet, so I guess it's all right for YouTube. I hope. Usually I try to do them without the words because I know they get where of course I had my TV turned down, but
Oh, his mama's not feeling good, and she like it when I spoke to her.
oh
She's in a nursing home.
yeah,
Bless her heart. Love you, Mama.
but wow, we're at 3 hours now, so we'll probably call this tonight. I mean it's.
I just had so much fun.
Oh, I know. Is there
I
anything?
love my buddy.
Is there anything else you want to do? What we?
No, I just want to say goodnight, Dylan.
Oh.
Thank you, Peja. And Mama, hope you feel better. Dylan, I hope you're taking good care of your mama because she needs you. She'll be so proud of you. You're a good boy. She raised a good boy like you. Then you got a great mom that you should cherish and cherish and love forever because there ain't much moms out there that would take care of their kids. You're a special little boy. Thank you, and I love you, buddy.
But anyway, I hope we started out and like I say we're gonna make a short one. We ended up kind of going a little longer, and then before you know it, we just started talking about some things and got going. The longest video we've ever made. So I'm hoping that we can, maybe warm some people up with some of this stuff. I don't know what'll happen. You never know with some things, but like I said, we had some fun tonight. So we'll see what tomorrow holds. And
Yeah.
you never know. But anyway, we'll probably get this video now. So we went 3 hours. That's longer than it's Monday Night Raw and longer than SmackDown. Yeah, so anyway, we'll end this tonight and go back and probably watch it. Yeah, been a nice long video to sit through. But anyway, we'll holler at you tomorrow if if there happen to be anybody out there, like I said, hopefully y'all like this and maybe we'll up on somebody soon. We'll see you later.
Love you, Dylan. Love you, Mama.
And thank you, buddy, and everybody out there. All right, we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, good night.